tonight. Tension grows, the whistle blows, and the puck goes down the ice. The goalie jumps and the players bump and the fans all go insane. Someone roars, Bobby scores at the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Second period, where players dance with skates aflash. The home team trails behind, but they grab the puck and go bursting up, and they're down across the line. They storm the crease like bumblebees. They travel like a burning flame. We see them slide the puck inside. It's a 1-1 hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game.
Fan Report. I am Guy, the White Blues fan, and I am your host today. Ashley should be along a little bit later. Please keep your Lance in your thoughts and prayers as he underwent surgery for cancer today. I don't have any updates yet. I'm waiting. I'm hoping that someone will get something to me. Hopefully I'll have something by tomorrow. I know his surgery was supposed to take 4 hours, and it was this morning, and that's all I know, guys. So please keep Lance in your thoughts and your prayers. He's important to me. He's a good friend. When I got into this, he was the first one to tell me that yeah, you belong here. And it means a lot to me, and it's meant a lot to me from the beginning. Meeting Lance was really important for me in my recovery and what I was going through. So again, I really appreciate who Lance is. Ashley's probably sharing the show out. She'll be along shortly. We are in the city of brotherly love, which is anything but, right? Jack's NYB, the home and the start of the Gloria. Yes, I have been to Jack's NYB. Really small place, really tough to park. Oh my goodness. And it's right in shouting distance. It's right by the Naval Yard. When I was there, I got to go see my old ship, right? The USS Yorktown. What a boat she was. She's no longer that. She's been torn apart, and it brought about a lot of memories. Just think about what Jack's was, and NYB stands for New Year's Brigade. Book on the Flyers. Yeah, we can go over the Flyers here in a little bit. Let's check out the Flyers. Martin Jones is going to be in net tonight. Martin Jones is 6'9" 3. He was on my fantasy team, but I traded him. Carter Hart, who is their heir apparent and was supposed to be the guy, has just had a really rough season. He's 9-16-6 with a 296 and a 910. Which really, the 296 and the 910 should be enough to have a winning team, not a team that is 15, 25, and 10 for 40 points, right? Home, they are 8-12-5, and on the road, we are 11-8-4. We have had a decent road trip, right? We've collected points in every game. Hopefully we can collect points in this one. Let me make sure I get this right. We got 2 in Ottawa, 1 in Montreal, 2 in Toronto. That's 5 points. You get 2 here, that's 7 out of 8, and I'll take that. And I thought we had to have 6, right? 6 or 7. So when it comes down to that, got to say that I'm more than happy with how that turned out. We'll get down into the big numbers here in a second. the important numbers as we go through. Our next game is Friday at Buffalo. Their next game is Saturday at Washington. We beat Toronto 6-3. They beat Carolina 4-3 in overtime. Good win for them. We're on a 1-game winning streak. They're on we're on a 3-game point streak. They're on an OT1. In the last 5, we're 3-1-1. They're 0-3-2. In the last 10, I guess they lost in overtime. Sorry, they lost in overtime. I said they won. They lost in overtime. And in the last 10, we're 6-3-1. They're 2-6-2. 1-goal games are, let's get in scoring first. That's what's going to be more important. Scoring first, we're 15-8-4. They're 12-3-6. First goal is important for them more than us, because when the opponent scores first, we're 14-6-2. They're 3-22-2. Jamie Rivers is breaking down some play right now. He's really, 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 really good at that. Lambert says, hi. Let's end this East Coast trip 4-0-1. It would be 3-0-1 or 3-0-1. We only had 3 games on this East Coast trip, bud. We play the next game we play is Buffalo, but that's at home. So that's not really an East Coast trip. Doubt the Blues know much about them, so let's play our style of game. Benny is in net. So excited about that. Hope he has a big game. He needs it. Well, you got to remember, this is where Binnington's career started, really. This was his first start, and he got his first shutout. First of 5 that season and 8 total. Hope they went to Jack's last night and worked things through. You know what? That's quite a possibility that Sunday or last night they were at Jack's. Some of those guys might have been. I know Steen was like one of the main guys, and he's no longer there. But I know that the guys are connected to somebody there, so it doesn't surprise me. Josh says finally gets to put his Winnington jersey. I would put mine on, but it's my red one. So every time I've worn it, we've lost. So I'm going to stick with that, and not go there. Let's see, where are we at here? So Claude Giroux, who I say Giroux, and I'm sorry if I pronounce it wrong. He's the guy right now. He's the guy that it's time for him to go. I know that he's in the last year of a contract. He's on a bad team, and he hasn't had a great year, but he's a guy that could help a team. Let me pull up his numbers real quick. He's going to be the guy that you need to stop. So he's got, on a bad team, he's still got 38 points. He's 16 goals, 22 assists. He's a -8. He's a center. And that's the one thing, like, I don't think we need. Okay, if you bring him in, right, what are you going to do with Thomas? What are you going to do with Barbashev? What are you going to do with Bozak? Unless one of those, I mean, I could see Bozak being part of that trade, but I really don't. They're not going to want Bozak, right? They're going to want Thomas. They're going to want Barbashev. They're going to want something like that, and I don't want to give up anything like that, to be honest with you. Cam Atkinson, he's also the guy to look for. He's played 50 games, got 17 goals and 20 assists for 37 points. Oscar Lindbrom's been one of their guys. Left winger, 7 goals, 11 assists for 18 points. I mean, they just had a rough season. They just can't seem to score when they need to score. But you know, they had a good game. Their last game against and I forget who it was now. It was a good team. They played, and I know they just played Florida tough against Carolina. And then you know what? All you guys that really went on the Blues about losing that game to Montreal in overtime, look what Montreal did to Toronto, right? Look what they did to Toronto. They destroyed Toronto 5-2. And really, those 2 goals don't matter. It was 5-0. Yeah, you know, I agree there. Carter Hart has been pretty bad this year, too. No, actually, look at his numbers, right? If we had a goalie with those numbers, they would not have that many wins. I was just looking at it. His numbers are not poor. Okay, let me bring up his numbers for this season because they kind of stand out in some ways. I'm trying to find it now. Hold on. I just heard Ashley pop in. Hi, Ash. I think it's Ashley.
Yeah.
There's Jones. Okay, so here's Carter Hart. He's 9-16-6, and overall, that looks bad. Hey, Ashley.
Hey.
Carter Hart has been pretty bad this year too, I think. And actually, no, he hasn't. Right? In all actuality, Carter Hart has not been that bad, and that's what I was just getting at. I was looking at his numbers, and you know, I'll tell you what, if Winnington has those numbers, Winnington has 4 more wins instead of 4 losses. Mm-hmm. Right? Same numbers. So he's got a 296 goals against average and a 910 save percentage with 1 shutout. I'd take those. Mm-hmm. I really would. You know, he's a $4 million guy. I'm sorry. And his overall, he's 58, 53, and 15 with a 290. Right? It's the team. That is, when you see that, that's the team around you. Mm-hmm. Right? When you got a 296 and a 910. Okay, and I'm not sure what their shots is. Let me look at that real quick. How many shots are they giving up per game? That could have something to do with it. I don't think they're like really bad in that number. Where are we at? Okay, shots per game. They're giving up 30. So, I mean, yeah, they should be winning games, and they're taking 33. Right, they should be winning games, and they're not. The Blues are giving up, are taking, pardon me, are averaging 31 shots a game, but giving up 31.1. Right, and that's kind of the difference there. But at 30 shots, you really should be winning those games, and they're just not. And you know, they're not positive in any of their period. I mean, they're not even close. Their third period, they're minus 24. Right? Minus 24 in their third. We're plus 13 in the third. We've gotten better in the third over the season. Remember, for a while there, I said we were like plus 1 or 2. Mm-hmm. Right? We are plus 24 in the second. We kind of stayed there and plus 4 in the first. Right? I mean, if we fix the first, we're winning a lot more games.
Yeah.
Not really a lot of hoopla. He's the head coach again, but I don't see much hoopla with that. Maybe they can throw some, but I don't think that's a big deal.
No.
Not to me, at least, right? They can. Okay, any team in this league can beat any team in this league.
Absolutely.
Right? And we saw that. They got Sundquist or Thomas on, so I got him in my ears too. So I'm trying to catch up. I thought he was having he is in wins and losses, but in overall numbers, he's not. Right? Pre-game lines, Saad, O'Reilly centering Saad and Perron. I like that. Thomas with Tarasenko and Bushnevich. I don't care who you put Thomas with right now. To be honest with you. Shen with Barbashev and Kyrou. I like that. I like that.
I like that.
I like that a lot. Bozak with Kostin and Sundquist.
I like that too.
I'm okay with that line too.
I like the lines today.
Yeah, I do. I don't know what the defensive pairings are probably going to be what they were before. Mm-hmm. I know that Scandella skated today, but I don't know how well the skate went. Right?
I hope he takes his time.
I'm sorry, Ash. He's not as bad as everybody thinks he is.
Oh, I know he's not that bad. I've been nice.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean I like him or I want him in the lineup. There's somebody online that is just like so obsessed with the way that man looks that it turned me off on him completely. And then he started playing bad whenever he was being used improperly. So it all added to, I just don't like him.
Okay. I think I know who the person you're talking about is. Right? Is that the person that I'm having issues with?
No, someone else.
No, okay.
But you do have issues with this person, just not that person.
Huh? I'm lost. I don't know which person it is. You have to tell me offline. Oh, that's fun. You know what, guys? Tonight is a night where you sit back and you look. He's still hurt. He's still he's on LTIR, right? Mm-hmm. He will end up getting sent back down. That there's no and ifs or buts about that. He's not going to come back up, right? He's going to get sent back down. And, that's one of the issues with him right now is he's constantly hurt. D pairings, Mikkel and Pareko, Krug and Falk, Wallman, Bortuzzo. Please figure it out and split Krug and Falk with Wallman and Bortuzzo. Krug and God, when they keep putting him with Falk, I'm going to call him Krug.
No, because that's our best pairing. Now, splitting it would even it out, but Krug and Falk are an amazing pairing. They work very well together.
Everyone thinks we have. Oh, look where they're at. They're showing Jax tonight. Jax has got their St. Louis Blues. That place was so neat when I got to go there. Right? They're having some fun. Found out what NYB stands for.
What?
New Year's Brigade. So that's this New Year's thing, that parade they hold every year.
Okay.
Right? And that's what it came about. That's how this private club came about. I think it's great that they're down there and they're showing them. I wish I could be there. I really was. He's already been sent down for conditioning. I don't think so. I think he's still on LTIR.
He was.
Say again? He was?
I mean, he's on LTIR until he comes back up, but he was sent down for conditioning.
Oh, he was sent down for conditioning. Okay. I didn't see that, so that's something that I missed. I mean, makes sense, kind of. Shockey got to meet those guys. Yeah, they are. They're really great, and they love Blues fans. They really do. It's hard for them. We think of this as a bar, and it's not. It's a private club. It's not open. It's not like open to the public. It's not open 7 days a week. It's for these guys to go to when they need to go there. Right? And they really do treat outsiders very well. And they have become Blues fans. This Gloria thing that hit them really hit them in a way. And it was Jim Thomas that broke this story. Right? And I've talked to Jim about this a couple of times. And he talks to me about walking into the locker room in Florida. And he said, I go into this locker room and they're playing, this 80s disco song. And I don't know if you really could call Gloria a disco song per se. At least not to me. It was more, I don't consider it a disco song. But he's trying to figure out why this. And it breaks and it opens up to, he ends up writing about Gloria, the song Gloria and NYB. And we've had, and actually this is where I kind of screwed up. I should have reached out to Gloria's manager to see if I could get her on, her legacy manager, Laura Brannigan's legacy manager. It was so amazing. I didn't know Laura Brannigan had passed until I read the article about it. It was one of those like deaths that just kind of passed by. Ryan Green says, I know we're supposed to win tonight's game, but with Binnington in net, it's like 50-50 chance. You know what, Ryan? Can I admonish you without you getting pissed at me, bud? I mean, come on. Right? I know for a fact, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but you were one of when Binnington was winning the cups and all of that stuff, and I was being hard on Binnington, you were giving me crap. Right? In fact, the majority of the people in this chat were giving me crap. Don't be so hard on Binnington. Why are you so hard on Binnington? He brought us the cup. Right? I got that. I got that from everybody. Right? Ashley, am I wrong?
No, you're not.
Right? So I consistently get, now all of a sudden, he has a rough spot and you turn on him. Right?
Welcome to my argument.
Huh?
Welcome to my argument.
Right? And that's what, well, I know E did. E was one of those guys that was on me. And I need to clarify something real quick. I made a statement yesterday after you left and it came out wrong and it wasn't meant. E does so much for the St. Louis Fan Report. However, I said he doesn't work for me. And the reason I say that is not that he doesn't work for me, is that I don't have any employees per se. He volunteers, just like Ashley does, to help the St. Louis Fan Report out. They are not paid. They do not get paid for this. They do it on their own. And if that volunteerism feels like that's work for them, then I appreciate it and I'll accept that. But I have no employees in the St. Louis Fan Report. And E, I know you took it hard when I said that, and it wasn't meant that way, but I appreciate every ounce of what you do. In fact, we got people watching yesterday because of you sharing. Mm-hmm. And Ivan, who I don't know if you were on when Ivan was, saying, hey, because the E shared this, I finally watched it. Ivan does a comic book podcast. I've listened to him. He wants to talk hockey. We're going to bring him on an off night.
Oh, that'll be awesome.
He's a Toronto and Arizona fan.
Okay, yeah, that would be great.
Right? Yeah, so we're gonna bring that on. So,
but yeah, whenever you guys say "guy's my boss," or I shouldn't say something because "guy's my boss." He's not my boss. He's my friend.
Yeah, exactly, and we. And when we say this is my show, it is said in a way of, okay, you started it. But it's our show, and we know that, and she helps out, and she does a great job. And believe it or not, when everybody abandoned me, she's the first one that, jumped up, says, hey, I'm in, right? And this is a lady who was shy, did not want to be this person, right?
Yeah, but I'm getting kind of comfortable now.
Yep. Michael Gallagher. Oh, the co-founder of Jax. Hold on. Let's listen to this.
You go back to 2019, 5 players show up to your club, and here we are 3 years later. We're talking about a Stanley Cup championship and Jax NYB becoming a household name here in St. Louis.
Yeah, it was an epic relationship.
I've talked to this guy. I've met this guy.
We developed, and we still have some. We grew some nice relationships with people out in St. Louis. They're actually coming tonight to the club for the game. And when I tell people, like, he just had to be there. We walked into a club on an Eagles game, a wild card game, a double doink, and the Blues are in the bar, and I have no idea who these guys are. I barely know some of the Flyers, but it's a commercial. TV time now. Go to commercial, play Gloria, and it just kept on going. And as the game starts going, the players, they saw us embracing it. And they were just, we welcomed them as family to us, family
Steen,
and friends.
I seen Bortuzzo there.
The next day, they beat the Flyers, Winnington's first game. And we hear later on, when it starts getting popular, they start with that streak, I believe 11 games or something, that they're playing in the locker room.
Well, I don't want to get in too much trouble for playing that, but it was audio only, so it shouldn't get me in trouble. But no, it was... That was, I mean, it's a great story, and it still is. And the place is packed tonight, and this place is small. Mm-hmm. I mean, small. You look at it here, and it looks really big. It's not. It's extremely small. Where are we at? Andy Strickland's the man. Me and Strick are trying to get something figured out. We have worked. We're trying. He wants to come on the show. I'm telling you that. Mm-hmm. I've shown Ashley the messages between me and him.
Oh yeah.
We just can't get it figured out. Right. I was there game 4 Stanley Cup. Awesome time. I was at game 3, so I missed the guys, but I've had contact with them. And when I was in Philly for that day, they let me come to the club. So it was really neat. April 21, we play that day. I don't know for sure. We play Thursday and we play Sunday. So I don't know days of the week that well.
He's saying April, so it's going to be a couple months off.
Yeah. I don't know. That's towards the end of the season, so it's possible. Right?
I'm trying to check it out. Hold on.
That place is packed tonight. I mean,
yeah, we play the Sharks on the 21st. We play the Sharks.
April. Okay, there you go. We play the Sharks. That place is packed. That was who did I just see there? I've had him on the show. Heavyset guy. I can't think of his name now. You met him at he was at Don Brown. One of the guys at Don Brown. The guy that you said you wanted to stay and meet.
Oh, Campbell.
Soup is there.
Sweet.
Yeah, I think he was either Soup or it was the other guy that's with Soup all the time. that I've had on the show that I can't think of his name right now. Hold on. Let me see if I can look at I'm going completely blank and I'm mad at myself. Oh, it'll come to me. It'll come to me. But I know. I think Soup was there, or it was one other guy. But I know. I know that connection. So we got it. Where we at? Who is Tony Benn? That is me. I will not go into how I use that name or why I use that name. You might be able to guess, but that is something that I use, and I use an email address that can't be traced back to me, more or less. So it's okay to love Winnington when he's great, but be upset and sound like a Debbie Downer when he sucks. I just don't have faith when he plays, and that goes for the entire team effort in said games. Ryan, I understand that, but you know what? For me, I mean, as hard as I was on Winnington, I've softened, right? The way the fan base has changed, I've really, really softened, and I seen more of the defensive laps, and I tell you what, the game that I saw, and actually this was the New Jersey game, right? We did not play in the neutral zone at all. At all. We did not control the puck in the neutral zone. We were barely in the offensive zone. We just didn't do the things that you need to do to win a game of that caliber. He's on the and knows the owners. I'm not sure what you're saying there, Chris Shockey, bud. Oh, Danny. Okay. Thanks, Danny, for getting us into the Jacks. Yeah. Danny Trower. Okay, and now I know what he's saying. Yeah. Okay, I get it there. Yeah. I know Danny. Yeah. Okay. That's another thing. How can we improve our neutral? Now the neutral zone is a practice thing, right? It really is, and it's a trust thing. When I've played, and the little I've played, I know that you got to be so aware of that blue line. And sometimes you get too aware of it. And when you get aware of it, it really affects how you play in there. And not only that, the neutral zone, you think of the ice as thirds, right? The neutral zone is smaller than an offensive or defensive zone, right? So your time there, what you can do there gets taken away, right? And it made it actually, when the red line was in effect, meaning you couldn't pass over two lines, it actually made the neutral zone better. Yes, ma'am?
I was talking to my kids. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Kid time. So when you had the red line, it really, you had to stay on your side of the red line before a pass happened. You could not pass over two lines, right? Until they made that go away. The neutral zone is one of those things where you have to trust your game. Yeah, we have gotten away from the dump and chase. The game is not a forechecking game as much anymore. You can forecheck, but when you forecheck, your third guy has to be back, and what happens is they get too close. You have no clue what I'm talking about. I'll be on that day, bud. I'll be on that day. Right? I'll try and be on every day, you know. I'm not going anywhere, even though some people want me to do. Oh, he was a goalie. When you watch guys in the neutral zone, when you watch guys set up in the neutral zone, notice how much you always talk about, not putting your head down, right? Notice how much guys' head goes down, starts to drop in that neutral zone. They're very aware of when they're in the neutral zone, and sometimes that over-awareness, just like with a goalie, can affect how you play. Right. And that I have more. And I think that might be something that's Binnington's issue now, that he's over aware.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That he's over aware. Right. Favorite line tonight. I like the second line. I like the Thomas Bushnevich Tarasenko line. I think Thomas is becoming a star on his way to superstardom.
I'm going to go a little differently, and I'm going to say the fourth line because Kostin has stepped it up since I last complained about him. Bozak's centering has been very, very strong in his past few games. I know he had a long time off, but going into the break, he was playing very well with Sonny especially, and then he's been hot since, he came back. These last few games, he's set up at least 2 goals. Sonny, I just love him, so I'm going to go fourth line.
That's not a bad pick. I just don't. Unfortunately, they're only going to get 8 minutes, right?
Actually, no. When it's this pairing, it's usually about 10.
Say again.
Usually, when it's this pairing, it's been about 10.
Okay, that would be nice to see, but I mean, lately you haven't seen it. You didn't see it against Toronto. They only got 8.
Yeah.
Right. And Kostin had a good game against Toronto. Kostin's had a good road trip.
Yes, he has.
Right. I think something's clicked with him. To be honest, I really think something's clicked with him, and he has absolutely his game has changed, right? His game has really changed, and I'm very happy with it. Well, not in my book. Answer was the Kyrou line. Kyrou on the third line. That I mean, that gives you got to look at that. Think about putting somebody that fast on the third line. Did Perron wake up? I don't think Perron is sleeping. I think Perron's game is changing. I think the way that they play him is changing, and because of that, it's adjusting how he's playing. He's not going to get the goals, even though he could get the goals. Mm-hmm. Right. So that's where I'm at there. I would like to see Brown play, but Kostin has earned it. Brown, you got to understand. I think the Blues want that 4th round pick.
Yeah.
I mean, really, in most drafts, a 4th round pick, an extra 4th round pick, not a big deal, right? And to think about this, remember, we've talked a lot about Buffalo and that trade with O'Reilly. Mm-hmm. That 2nd round pick, I looked it up. That 2nd round pick they got traded 4 times. The Blues traded it to Buffalo. Buffalo traded it to Calgary. Calgary traded it to Ottawa. Ottawa traded it to the Sharks. Right? I mean, before this poor guy even gets picked, he's been traded 4 freaking times. Mm-hmm. Right? Sorry, my glasses kind of fogged up on me a little bit, so I had to clean them out. But yeah, so that's what Chris Lambert says. I like the Parayko Mikulik D pair. I do, but not until Parayko starts firing the damn puck. Right? Please shoot the damn puck. Right? Every time it's on your stick, fire it. Let go. Right? Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let the puck hit the back of the net. Oh, that reminds me. I haven't seen him yet, but we have a birthday today. We have a birthday today. I don't know where he is. You got to, Ashley, you know who I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
Rob Morton.
Oh!
My boys. It's their dad's birthday. Right?
Oh, Bob's birthday. I didn't see it.
Yeah, so we got to get him on one of the intermission shows or the post-game show so I can I'm working on Cam. Cam got too big for his britches. Right? I mean, basically told me that. So so I'm going to try and get him on. It's his birthday. And then Thursday is a really special birthday. Really special birthday. And I'm going to sing probably all four segments if I can. That is Nath's birthday.
Oh, okay.
Nath from Down Under. Right? I sent Nath my short story, and he called me this weekend, and we were talking about it, and he told me about his birthday coming up and all that. So Do you see this? I want to know if you see this as a battle between Berube and Yo.
No, there's no comparison.
Yeah, I don't see it either. And not only that, Yo couldn't coach this team, and it's not it's not far off from the team he had, but it's not the same team he had either.
Yeah.
Right? Where are we at? And if someone, yeah, that's the thing. And if someone doesn't get out of the way, that's going to get people out of the way. Campbell and Rivers are tight. Yeah, I know that. I've talked with both of them. Jamie is a great guy, right? Jamie is a great guy, and he's gotten more cemented into Blues media, and it's really cool. And I sat and watched Jamie. Not sure which comment that is, Mary, to be honest with you, because I'm working with 3 different profiles right now, so it makes it hard for me to see anything. Unless you put a comment in here earlier that I missed. Mm-hmm. And it's quite possible. So you might want to throw it again there, Marianne. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah, I think I just seen it come up. Yeah. This is a joke. This is an effing joke.
Yeah, apparently he hit the ice in front of the ref and not the ref.
No, they said that he that he meant to hit the other player and hit the ref by accident.
Which would have been a slashing call anyways.
I don't care. It should have, yeah. It absolutely. This, you know what this is? Oh, it's Nathan McKinnon on the Avs. We can't touch Nathan McKinnon on the Avs. That's such a joke. Nathan McKinnon should have been suspended. I don't care. If you accidentally, your stick, you're moving and you accidentally comes up and cuts somebody, that's a 4-minute penalty.
Yep.
Whether you meant to do it or not, it's still a penalty. Oh, I got yelled at by my significant other for being aggressive on my show.
Oh.
Right. Yes, they play that day, Brad. They play the Sharks on that day. If that's your birthday, let me know, and we'll sing for your birthday, buddy. McKinnon's the Teflon Don. No, the Avalanche are the Teflon Dons. Right? That's the thing. The other guy was 6 steps away when he did it. He wasn't 6 steps, but he started. You can see, I can kind of sort of see where McKinnon can say, "Oh, I was trying to hit him and he skated away." I don't think so, because he wasn't looking at him. He was looking directly at the ref. Mm-hmm. Right? He was looking directly at the ref. In my eyes, right? That play. Oh, he's on vacation. Yeah, well, they do play that day, bud, in St. Louis. I think they play in St. Louis, don't they?
Yeah, I think
they play the Sharks. Is that a home or away?
I thought it was a home, but I'd have to dig it out, and we're almost done, so I'll do it.
Yeah, okay. Do it for the sorry. If I don't keep water in my stomach, I get acid in my mouth.
I get you, man.
Right, so that's why I have to drink while we're on the show or eat ice. The ice actually really helps. Mm-hmm. With my stomach or my throat. It really does create a barrier. So I do apologize for eating ice with you guys, but I think I don't know. I'm guessing the sound of me eating ice is a lot better than the sound of my belching.
Yes.
Oh, they'll be in South Carolina. Well, they'll be playing the Sharks that night, bud. Mm-hmm. So where are we at? I think we're just about there. So what's your predictions for the first period there, Miss Ash?
I'm hoping that the Blues come out of it up 2-0.
I would be surprised if it was 2-0. Jones has good numbers against us. I seen that earlier. Mm-hmm. Jones has really, really good numbers against that. So I would not be surprised to see them struggle against him. I wouldn't be surprised to see Philly get a goal ahead. I really, it's going to come down again. I think this comes down to between the blue lines. Right? And Shockey says it's home because he's seen tickets for it. I think you did it to me again. As I was putting it up, you were putting it up.
No, I didn't touch anything.
Okay. So I didn't click it good enough. I can't, I'm not going to give a score, but I would not be surprised to see Philly leading coming out of the first.
Okay. Fair enough.
Right? For me, Winnington just needs to make the saves that Winnington's supposed to make. That's it. Don't worry about the ones you're not supposed to make. Just make the ones you're supposed to make. And if your defense breaks down, then you become Winnington. You make that save. No matter what, you make that save. You go one-on-one, and because he's shown in the past, he's very, very, very good one-on-one. Right? He really has. And I think that he can get it. Yes, it is the game. As far as I know, it is. I don't use that, so I'm not sure, Matt Lowe. I'm on ESPN, so I don't know. It's on Bally, but sometimes my Bally doesn't connect really good. Absolutely it is. We're plus 24. Though the last couple of games we've struggled, we're still at plus 24. Well, it looks like they're getting close to puck drop. I don't know if they've sang the anthem or yet. No, it looks like they have. So, hey, everybody, this is Guy, the Y Blues fan, and Ashley Slapshot Jones saying aloha mahalo, and we'll see you all on the first intermission. Aloha. A little pause for dramatic.